Hello my dear students, welcome back to chemistry class beta. In the last class, part 3 video class, we have seen about the preparations of ethers. In that class, we have studied two preparations. Number 1, dehydration of alcohols to ether, and number 2, reaction of alcohol with diazomethane. And remaining methods of preparations we are going to be discussed in this class beta. So in that, one of the method is reaction of alkyl halides with dry silver oxide. How does alkyl halides shows reaction with dry silver oxide? So first of all, I am going to give you the statement beta. It is a property of alkyl halide. It upon reaction with dry silver oxide undergo the process nucleophilic substitution reaction simply upon heating procedure beta. And here we are going to get the product. The product is nothing but ether. So once again I am going to repeat the statement. Try to be focused beta. Alkyl halides on heating with dry silver oxide gives ethers. And try to remember, in this method here we are getting the ethers are nothing but the simple ethers. Unsymmetrical ethers we can't prepare here. This is the method suitable for only symmetrical ethers beta. Good. Now I am going to give you the equation for the above statement. Alkyl halides, what is the formula? Rx. It upon reaction with silver oxide, dry silver oxide, Ag2O. Mixture silver oxide nahi lena padega. Only we have to be considered dry silver oxide. So Ag2O. And here we are getting the product is what beta? Ether. R bonded to O and O bonded to R. So as per balancing here, 2 moles of alkyl groups are there. So here we have to be considered 2 moles of alkyl halides. It upon reaction with what I have told you, dry Ag2O, silver oxide. And it is nothing but one type of what beta? Nucleophilic substitution reaction. And remaining, see the balancing, what will be the byproduct here? So 2 moles of silver, it goes to be combined with 2 moles of halogen, and the byproduct is nothing but what beta? 2 moles of HEX. Okay, so here now we have to be write that Rx is nothing but alkyl halide. It upon reaction with Ag2O, dry silver oxide, it forms the product is nothing but simple ether, and also we can say that symmetrical ethers beta. And try to remember, in this method we are getting ether that should be in very good yield. Yeah, I am going to give you one example for this reaction now. In place of R, now I am going to be considered ethyl. So 2 moles of C2H5. It connected to respective halogen, any chlorine, bromine, iodine you can write here. So here I have taken as per written here C2H5I, nothing but ethyl iodide. What beta? Ethyl iodide. So ethyl iodide on reaction with dry silver oxide, the formula is nothing but what beta? Ag2O, dry silver oxide. Same thing upon heating condition, the reaction is nothing but NSR, nucleophilic substitution. And we are getting the product is 2 moles of ethyl, means C2H5 bonded to O, again O bonded to C2H5. Simply in place of R, we have to be replace ethyl group now. So here the product is diethyl ether. What is the product beta? Diethyl ether. And remaining the byproduct is nothing but 2 moles of AgI, silver iodide. So this is the third method for the preparation of ethers from alkyl halide with dry silver oxide. Now I am going to explain you a very important method beta for theoretical objective point of view. Our grade must and should. From this topic one question will be there. Whatever that may be theory exam, maybe objective exam beta. So the topic is here I have written, this is nothing but Williamson's synthesis. Or we can say Williamson ether synthesis. This is the method very suitable for the preparation of simple ethers. Maybe symmetric or maybe what now? It is a preparation of what now? Simple ethers we are going to be prepare here. And also unsymmetrical ether we अपन यहाँ पर prepare कर सकते हैं. I will show you. So this is the best and evergreen method for the preparation of symmetrical and unsymmetrical ethers. Okay. First of all, I am going to give you the statement. By using Williamson's synthesis, how to prepare the ethers. First of all, here I am going to be consider the alkyl halides. It upon reaction with sodium or potassium alkoxide, and it undergo the reaction, definitely nucleophilic substitution, but must and should we have to say that it is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, nothing but SN2 reaction. And finally here you are going to get the product. The product is nothing but what beta? Ether, may be symmetric or may be asymmetric. Both types of ethers we can prepare by using this Williamson method beta. And what will be the byproduct I will tell you in equation, but try to remember the statement. So alkyl halides on heating with sodium or potassium alkoxide gives the product is nothing but what beta? Ether. It is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, means SN2 reaction. यहाँ पर follow करेगा. In the reaction is nothing but what beta? Williamson synthesis. Okay. On the basis of statement, now I am going to give you the equation beta. Alkyl halide, the symbol is nothing but RX. It upon reaction with sodium or potassium alkoxide. Let me consider sodium alkoxide, Na bonded to OR. So it upon heating, definitely the following mechanism is what I have told you beta, SN2 mechanism. Now listen carefully, how you are going to get the ether product. Here it is nothing but R is nothing but alkyl group, maybe methyl, ethyl, whatever that may be, means one carbon is there. Carbon connected to X, nothing but halogen. But as compared to carbon, halogen contains more electronegativity, means this bond will be migrated towards what beta? Halogen side अपन migrate कर सकते हैं because of due to their more electronegativity. That means we have to say that alkyl group contain partial positive charge and X contain partial negative charge. Okay na beta? Yeah. And here in sodium alkoxide, Na contain charge plus, no more partial, directly plus because of more electropositivity. And O group, nothing but alkoxide ion, it contains the charges nothing but partial negative, more electronegative and more electropositive. Clear cut positive negative signs here we can write, but in alkyl halides we have to be denote partial positive and partial negative. Okay, good. So Rx, what do you mean by Rx beta? Alkyl halide. NaOR, OR nothing but alkoxide ion. Which alkoxide? Sodium alkoxide. So here I want to say that the name of this formula is sodium hydroxide. अगर Na के place में K लिखे समझो, simply we can say potassium alkoxide. Now listen carefully beta. X minus goes to be replaced by OR minus. Nothing but one nucleophile replaced by another nucleophile. The reaction is known as nucleophilic substitution reaction, but in this reaction two molecules are involving. That's why here we are saying bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Samjhe beta? Good. So now here I am going to write the product R, X minus replaced by OR, so O bonded to R. Clear beta? And now Na plus combines with X minus and goes to be removed in the form of NaX. So to get the variations are, which R is coming from which reactant, to show the variation. Here we have to be show that, here we have to be denote OR prime, and this is also R prime. Now clear? So R, okay now, plus it mixes with what now? OR prime minus, and here this is your product. The product is nothing but ether, and Na combines with X and goes to be removed in the form of NaX. Clear? Yeah beta. Now here I am going to give you one example on the basis of about reaction and statement. In place of R I am going to be write that CH3. In place of X I am going to write I. Any chlorine bromine, if you want you can consider beta. Nothing but simply we can say that what beta? Methyl iodide. Okay, I have written here methyl iodide. Methyl iodide reactant, it upon heating with sodium alkoxide. In place of R, here you can write any group, either methyl or ethyl as you wish. So I want to write here Na bonded to O, and in place of R prime, I want to write that C2H5. If you want, you can write CH3 also as you wish. No more particular restriction. So again, upon heating, it also follows SN2 mechanism. And what will be the product? Before going to write the product here, I want to say that, sir, what is the name of NaOR? It is nothing but sodium ethoxide. What beta? Sodium ethoxide. What is the formula of sodium ethoxide? NaOC2H5. Now Na plus combines with I minus and goes to be eliminated in the form of NaI. That means sodium iodide. And what is the balancing product here? CH3 bonded to O, O bonded to C2H5. So methyl connected to O, again O connected to ethyl, that means C2H5. So how to say the name of this product? एक side methyl group beta and another side ethyl group is there. As per alphabetical manner we have to be proceed. So simply we have to write first of all ethyl group, and followed by we have to be write that methyl, and in that compound the exist functional group is nothing but ether. So simply we can say the final name of this product is ethyl methyl ether, and also we can say that methoxyethane as you wish. Next, another example I want to consider here. Try to be focused now. In place of alkyl halide, in example 1 we have taken methyl iodide. Now I am going to be consider that ethyl iodide. Okay? Yeah. Ethyl iodide on reaction with sodium alkoxide. First suppose the alkoxy group is nothing but ethyl group. So I want to say that same above like Nana, it is nothing but what? Sodium ethoxide. Sodium ethoxide. So ethyl iodide C2H5I, it upon heating with sodium ethoxide, it follows the mechanism SN2 mechanism, and it going to form the product. Sodium combines with I minus and it goes to be eliminated in the form of NaI. Remaining is I minus replaced by ethoxy ion. I minus goes to be replaced by ethoxy ion. So we can write the product now. C2H5 bonded to O. O connected to what is the group beta? C2H5. So here two ethyl groups are there. Now we can write the name diethyl, and the functional group is looking like ROR form. Nothing but we have to be say that ether. So once again I am going to repeat the statement for Williamson's synthesis beta. Alkyl halides on heating with sodium alkoxide or potassium alkoxide gives ethers. Methyl iodide with sodium ethoxide gives ethyl methyl ether. Ethyl iodide with sodium ethoxide gives diethyl ether. Like that respective, listen carefully. As per example 1 I have written here unsymmetrical ether, एक side methyl or एक side ethyl. But in example 2 I have given to you preparation of symmetrical ether, two sides same groups, oxygen bonded to two similar alkyl groups, simple or symmetrical ether. Oxygen connected to two different alkyl groups, nothing but unsymmetrical ethers. That means, that's why I have told you it is a very good method, and also we can say a best method for the preparation of symmetrical and unsymmetrical ethers. Symmetric and unsymmetric, both types of ethers we can prepare by using the method is nothing but what beta? Williamson's ether synthesis. And in this reaction I want to tell you one very important information. Alkyl halides, they are involving in Williamson's synthesis. But try to remember beta, sir, which alkyl halide is more reactive towards Williamson ether synthesis? Maybe primary or secondary or tertiary, like that they are going to ask you. Listen carefully, already you can say the answer. Williamson's ether synthesis, it participates in, it proceeds through which mechanism? SN2 mechanism. In SN2 mechanism, which type of alkyl halide is more reactive? More steric compounds are. More steric compound means tertiary. They are reactive for SN1. But in SN2 we have to be consider simple alkyl halide, nothing but methyl halides like this manner. And also we can consider primary halides like ethyl halides. Okay, all of you. So primary halides and very simple alkyl halides which are steric free compounds, they are easily undergoing what beta? Williamson's ether synthesis, and also we can say that they are involving in what beta? SN2 reaction. So this question was repeated so many times. So here I am going to give you that RX reactivity. RX means alkyl halide. Alkyl halides reactivity towards Williamson's synthesis and also we can say that towards SN2 reaction. So come on, nothing but towards substitution or towards Williamson. Which alkyl halide is more reactive? So simple alkyl halide, nothing but primary alkyl halide, and next one is secondary, and next one is nothing but what beta? Tertiary. So primary alkyl halides are more reactive and easily undergoing what beta? Williamson's ether synthesis. Okay na beta? Good. Next one is, here I want to discuss with you. So on the basis of Williamson's ether synthesis, I want to ask you two very important questions. दो very important question के बारे में अपन discuss करेंगे बेटा. In that question number 1 is anisole preparation. That is also one type of ether. And one more is nothing but phenitone. That is also another question. So already board paper में repeat हुआ बेटा. In board exam that question was repeated. Give the preparation of anisole by Williamson ether synthesis. Yeah. What I have told you, anisole preparation by Williamson's synthesis, or we can say Williamson's ether synthesis method. So by using this Williamson's ether synthesis method, here we are going to prepare the anisole, because of anisole is nothing but what beta? Aromatic ether. Right, here I am going to write the structure. First of all, I am going to be consider that methyl iodide, or you can consider methyl chloride or methyl bromide, no problem. Good. Methyl iodide, you suppose now it undergo reaction with sodium phenoxide, benzene bonded to ONA. Benzene bonded to ONA. This is called sodium phenoxide. So methyl iodide on heating with NaOC6H5, that also you can write in place of benzene. So we can say this is nothing but sodium phenoxide, one type of partner aromatic alkoxide. Simply upon heating, again it follows the mechanism is SN2. Now Na plus combines with I minus and goes to be removed in the form of NaI. Remaining is a CH3 bonded to O, O bonded to benzene. CH3 bonded to O, again O bonded to what beta? Benzene. CH3 bonded to O, O bonded to benzene. It is known as methyl phenyl, and what is the functional group beta? Ether, and also we can say another name that is known as methoxybenzene. CH3O, that is nothing but methoxy group beta. So we can say the product is nothing but methoxybenzene. Clear? Methoxybenzene or methyl phenyl ether, that is known as anisole. Like that we have to be said. Anisole. Good. So how to write the statement? Very important question. Here I want to say that I minus goes to be replaced by phenoxy ion. So one nucleophile replaced by another nucleophile. Na plus combines with I minus and goes to be removed in the form of what beta? NaI. That we can read. So once again statement for you. Give the preparation of anisole by Williamson's synthesis. Answer. Methyl iodide on heating with sodium phenoxide gives anisole simply you have to say like that beta. And another question I want to ask you, phenol preparation, by same thing, Williamson's ether synthesis. So by using Williamson's ether synthesis, how to prepare phenol? Okay. Here we have to be considered first of all what beta? C2H5I, nothing but the reactant name is called ethyl iodide. Ethyl iodide on reaction with same reactant beta, sodium phenoxide. Na bonded to O, again O bonded to benzene, and also we can say that C6H5. So what is the name of this reactant beta? It is nothing but sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide. So ethyl iodide on heating with sodium phenoxide, it undergo the mechanism, SN2 mechanism, I minus replaced by phenoxy ion. So we can say the product is C2H5 bonded to O, O bonded to benzene beta. Yeah, and Na plus combines with I minus and goes to be removed in the form of NaI. See here above product, sodium phenoxide in both reactions, this is common beta. Here methyl iodide, that's why you are getting methoxybenzene. Here ethyl iodide, and here you are getting what beta? Methoxybenzene. Methoxybenzene. It is known as, we have to be say that phenol. Okay, phenol. Though be important question here beta. Yeah. Now on the basis of Williamson's ether synthesis, up to now what we have studied, that was very important for theory come objective data. Now I want to discuss some important objective information from this Williamson's ether synthesis. Okay, from this Williamson's ether synthesis, now I am going to discuss some objective points beta. In the topic, I want to say that Williamson's ether synthesis, already I have told you, it is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nothing but it is a SN2 reaction. Nothing but Williamson's ether synthesis depends upon, here in this reaction rate depends upon how many molecules beta? 2 molecules. So I want to say that in this reaction rate depends upon 2 molecules. One is nothing but concentration of alkyl halide Rx, up to now I have told you in reaction, and one more is nothing but rate depends upon R prime O minus. R prime O minus. Alkyl halide, it going to be act as substrate, and RO minus, this is nothing but alkoxide ion. Alkoxide ion, it going to be act as nucleophile. So many times I have told you in halogen compound chapter. In SN2 reaction, rate depends upon how many molecules? Rate depends upon 2 molecules. One is concentration of alkyl halide and one more is nothing but nucleophile. Concentration of alkyl halide Rx, and what is the nucleophile? Alkoxide, which is coming from sodium and potassium alkoxide form. So here also rate depends upon 2 molecules. So we can say it is nothing but bimolecular reaction. One nucleophile X minus replaced by OR minus, so nothing but nucleophilic substitution reaction. Good. Yeah. Next point, very important, I want to discuss with you. Williamson's ether synthesis. For that Williamson's ether synthesis, we have another equation, that equation only for objective point of view. Okay. For objective point of view, what is the another definition of Williamson's ether synthesis? CH3 taken twice, SO4, nothing but dimethyl sulfate. Dimethyl sulfate. It upon reaction with same thing beta, sodium alkoxide, NaOR or we can say in place of R you can write C2H5. Same thing, simply upon heating, it is also nucleophilic substitution reaction. Good. So one of the methyl connected to O connected to C2H5, and I am going to show you the byproduct. The byproduct is, here how many methyl groups are there? Better, 2 methyl groups are there. One methyl we have written here, and another methyl is there. Okay, I have written here. And sulfate group we have to be read as it is. Sulfate charge minus, that goes to be attacked by plus. The plus is nothing but Na, like that. Everything will be balanced. If you want, you can check that. So here what happens are, one of the methyl remains same. Remaining SO4 minus, nothing but nucleophile, minus 2. So one of the nucleophile replaced by another nucleophile, phenoxy. And we are getting the product is here what? Ethyl. Next one, methyl. And which means the oxygen atom indicates what, beta? Ether. So once again, it is nothing but what? Sodium alkoxide, and the example is nothing but sodium ethoxide, exact name. In case of Williamson synthesis, for theory point of view, what we have studied? Alkyl halides on reaction with sodium alkoxide. Sodium alkoxide fixed nana, but in case of alkyl halide, just X can be replaced by sulfate group, and also we can get the ether is the product nana. Good. And also I want to give you another example. C2H5, taken twice SO4. Above one is a dimethyl, but what about this with a diethyl? This is a diethyl sulfate. Diethyl sulfate upon heating with sodium alkoxide, NaO, C2H5. What is the name of this compound, beta? Sodium alkoxide, and also we can say that sodium ethoxide. Diethyl sulfate on heating with sodium ethoxide, again same thing, it going to form the product C2H5 bonded to O bonded to C2H5. Nothing but you are getting the product is diethyl ether. Diethyl ether. Yeah, I have written here, beta. And here you are getting one of the byproducts, another ethyl group, again SO4, again sodium, nothing but C2H5 SO4 Na. It will be your byproduct. They are not going to ask you. Try to be focused on main product only. So once again, Williamson ether synthesis, objective point of view definition. Dimethyl or diethyl sulfates on heating with sodium alkoxide gives ethers. Again, may be symmetric or may be unsymmetric. Both we can prepare by using this Williamson method also. Okay, beta? Good. Next, another objective point of information I am going to discuss with you. That is nothing but, sir, by giving which condition we will get 100% of ether or better yield of ether. For that purpose, we have to give one condition. That condition was evergreen important, beta. So the condition is, so here I am going to write that for the better yield of ethers. So ether good yield में आना है तो कौन सा रूल अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा? The rule is alkyl halide should be primary 100%. But as per Williamson, alkyl halide undergo reaction with what? Sodium alkoxide. Sodium alkoxide. Or we can consider potassium alkoxide. And as per rule, for the better yield of ether, must and should, alkyl halide should be primary and such alkoxide ion should be either tertiary or secondary. This is the rule you have to be applied. So rule क्या है बेटा यहाँ पर? For the better yield of ether, alkyl halide guarantee primary में रहना पड़ेगा, like methyl bromide, ethyl bromide, like that. And alkoxide ion should be either in secondary or in tertiary, no problem. अगर tertiary में है समझो बहुत अच्छा हो सकता है, no problem here, okay. But alkyl halide should be primary only. That's why I have given the order. Reactivity order of alkyl halide in Williamson. Which alkyl halide? Primary alkyl halide is more reactive. But alkoxide ion may be secondary or tertiary. Yes, I am going to show you one example. Alkyl halide should be primary. Okay, I am going to write the example. C2H5 bonded to Br. Nothing but we can say that ethyl bromide. ठीक है बेटा? Yeah. It upon reaction with sodium alkoxide. Alkoxide should be tertiary. Sodium alkoxide. Na bonded to CO, O bonded to C, C above plane methyl group, C right plane methyl group, C below plane B methyl group. This is your compound name. Sodium. Yes, I have written here. 1, 2, 3, 4 butyl group. 1 carbon oxygen methoxy, 2 carbon oxygen ethoxy, but this is 4 carbon oxygen. So we have to be say that butoxide, but which butoxide? Carbon connected to 3 carbon. So we have to say that tertiary butoxide. Once again, sodium, carbon connected to 3 carbon, tertiary, total 4 carbons are there, butoxy, but group, and it connected to O minus. Simply we have to say that butoxide. Sodium tertiary butoxide. So alkoxide ion is tertiary and alkyl halide is primary. Primary alkyl halide, nothing but ethyl bromide on reaction with sodium tertiary butoxide. It follows Williamson ether synthesis, nothing but upon heating, and the mechanism is acetone mechanism, and Na plus combines with Br minus, goes to be removed in the form of NaBr. Okay, byproduct तो खत्म हो गया. Remaining just we have to make nucleophilic substitution. Nothing but Br minus replaced by tertiary butoxy ion. So C2H5 bonded to O. O connected to C. C contain 3 methyl. O connected to C and C contain what beta? 3 methyl groups. Now try to say the name. This is the ether. This ether we are getting in, okay now, very good yield because of alkyl halide is primary and alkoxide is tertiary. Rule applicable beta? Good. Yeah, name. Left side ethyl group is there, right side butyl group is there, but butyl alphabetical में पहले आएगा. Which butyl? Tertiary butyl. And next one is ethyl. And functional group is ether. Clear beta? I hope you understand this clearly. Yeah. So in which case we have to be apply the Williamson's method, and in which case we are getting better yield of ether. Alkyl halide should be primary and sodium alkoxide ion should be tertiary or secondary. Like that we have to be applied. Okay, किसको apply करना? Okay, अच्छा है. But for some of the combinations, Williamson's ether synthesis what was applicable. For some of the combinations, Williamson's ether synthesis is okay na, not applicable, means according to that combination you won't get the ether according to Williamson. So which combinations are not applicable? Very important note point. Williamson's synthesis or Williamson's ether synthesis, it is the method not applicable to secondary and tertiary alkyl halides. समझे? For the better yield of ether, nothing but Williamson ether synthesis is highly applicable for primary alkyl halide, but it is not applicable for secondary and tertiary alkyl halides. So reason is why Williamson's ether synthesis cannot be applicable for tertiary and secondary alkyl halides. Okay, I am going to give the answer. In primary alkyl halide, X connected to one R group or alkyl group. But in case of secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, there will be more number of alkyl side chains. Due to presence of more number of alkyl side chains, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, we have to be say that they are having steric repulsions. That means we have to say that they are having steric hindrance. The meaning is nothing but they are having steric repulsions. And one more point, Nana. Secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, they will undergo reaction with sodium alkoxide. Sodium alkoxide. But try to remember about alkoxide ion. Alkoxide ion के बारे में एक पॉइंट रिमेंबर करना पड़ेगा. Alkoxide ion it going to be act as nucleophile. Yes, of course, I have told you here, this is alkoxide ion, undergo nucleophilic substitution. And also it going to be act as strong base. Listen carefully. Secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, they are having steric hindrance due to bulky alkyl groups, more number of alkyl groups. And one more is reaction will be takes place generally in case of alkoxide ion, like sodium alkoxide, whatever that may be. But alkoxide ion, it can be behave as a nucleophile as well as it going to be act as strong base. Listen carefully. Due to its strong basic nature, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, due to its strong basic nature, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, they undergo elimination reaction instead of nucleophilic substitution. They will undergo nucleophilic substitution reactions and they are going to form the product. The product is nothing but alkenes. This is your very important task. और एक बार बता दूं, as per Williamson-Ether synthesis, if alkyl halide is primary, easily undergo nucleophilic substitution and it forms the product is better yield of ether. But Williamson-Ether synthesis, I have told you, it is not applicable to secondary and tertiary alkyl halides because of secondary and tertiary alkyl halides already they are having steric repulsions or steric hindrance, and alkoxide ion is going to be act as nucleophile and also it going to be act as strong base. Due to its strong basic nature, automatically secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, due to two compounds we have to be considered, due to steric hindrance and due to strong basic nature of alkoxide ion, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, they easily undergo elimination instead of nucleophilic substitution. If they undergo nucleophilic substitution, they will give the ether. But here they undergo what? Elimination. So the expected product is what? Alkene. I hope you understand. Good. So now I want to tell you, sir, how secondary and tertiary alkyl halides undergo elimination and how they are forming alkenes. ये मैं आपको यहाँ पर ऑब्जेक्टिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में बताता हूँ. ओके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वांट टू से अबाउट द टर्शियरी alkyl halide. CH3 bonded to C above plane CH3 and C below plane CH3. Central carbon connected to surrounding 3 carbons. So this is nothing but tertiary butyl. And you suppose connected to Br, nothing but tertiary butyl bromide. Good. Undergo reaction with alkoxide. Which alkoxide? Any alkoxide you can consider. First suppose sodium ethoxide, NaOC2H5. What is the name of this reactant? Sodium ethoxide or alkoxide example. Now listen carefully. Halogen bonded is alpha, alpha adjacent carbon is beta. Tertiary alkyl halides in presence of strong base alkoxide ion and due to steric repulsions, alkyl halide easily undergo elimination. How it undergo elimination? From alpha place we have to remove the halogen. That halogen combines with sodium and goes to be removed in the form of NaBr. And from beta place we have to remove the hydrogen. That hydrogen combines with C2H5O minus and goes to be eliminated in the form of ethyl alcohol. So remaining is CH3 bonded to C. Okay, I am going to write here. C below plane another CH3, that one we can write towards the right side, no problem. Above plane, okay, now CH3 is there, but from that we have removed one hydrogen, remaining is only CH2, nothing but we can say double bond CH2 after removal of hydrogen. So this is your double bonded compound, nothing but alkene compound. So the name is nothing but iso, total 4 carbons are there, but and double bond is there, ene. So you are getting the product is nothing but isobutene. Samjhe? Tertiary butyl bromide or heating with sodium ethoxide, it undergo elimination instead of substitution. If they undergo substitution, you will get ether, but here they undergo elimination. That's why here you are getting what is the product beta alkane. So question, why tertiary butyl bromide undergo elimination? Because of it contains 3 bulky alkyl group, it causes steric hindrance. And sodium ethoxide is strong base, it causes elimination. Okay beta, good. Similarly, by taking secondary alkyl halide, again in that two alkyl groups will be there, they causes repulsion. Again secondary alkyl halide also undergo elimination, again gives the product is nothing but alkene. What beta? Alkene. So primary alkyl halide purely gives ether, tertiary alkyl halide purely gives alkene, and secondary alkyl halide gives alkene as well as ether. But in secondary alkyl halide also, alkene is major product. For suppose secondary alkyl halide, CH3 bonded to CH, it connected to Br, again it bonded to what beta? CH3. What is the name of this compound? 2-bromo propane, and also we can say that isopropyl bromide. Which alkyl halide? Secondary alkyl halide. It upon reaction with sodium alkoxide, NaOC2H5. Same thing, it and undergo what nana? Elimination due to presence of two bulky alkyl group. Na combines with Br, removed in the form of NaBr. From alpha, from beta hydrogen, we are removing hydrogen. Hydrogen combines with ethyl, ethoxy, and goes to be removed in the form of one is NaBr, same like above, and one more is nothing but C2H5OH. After that, what is the product beta? CH3 bond CH. Okay, I am going to write here. After removal of hydrogen from beta, CH3 becomes CH2, single bond becomes double bond. So here we are getting the product is CH3 bond CH, double bond CH2. This is your product. The product name is nothing but what beta? Propene. Again you are getting alkane. Upon elimination from the compound is secondary alkyl halide. So secondary and tertiary alkyl halides upon heating with sodium alkoxide, due to steric hindrance and due to strongly alkoxyl ion, they undergo elimination. Again they are going to form the product is nothing but what beta? Alkanes. But from secondary alkyl halide, along with what nana? Along with alkene, you will get the another product ether. CH3 bond CH, again connected to CH3. Okay, CH3 bond CH connected to CH3. Now Br minus replaced by ethoxy ion, nucleophilic substitution, nothing but O connected to C2H5. Nothing but here you got what beta? Ether. Which ether? Ethyl isopropyl ether. Ethyl isopropyl ether. But here ether is minor product and alkene is major product. Alkene is major and ether is minor. Okay. So secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, they undergo elimination and gives alkenes are major. And primary alkyl halide, they undergo nucleophilic substitution as per Williamson, and it forms a product is nothing but what beta? Ether. Clear? And two more very important points are there from Williamson ether synthesis. Another important point for objective point of view, very important. So that is nothing but aryl halides, nothing but haloarenes. Aryl halides do not participate in, or we can say do not involve in Williamson's synthesis. What beta? Williamson's synthesis. Because of reason is why, reason क्या है बोले तो in Williamson's synthesis, actually Williamson's synthesis is nothing but what beta? Nucleophilic substitution reaction, and also already I have told you bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. But you know very well, we have studied in first organic chapter, aryl halides, or we can say haloarenes, they do not undergo nucleophilic substitution reactions. Nucleophilic substitution reactions. So no nucleophilic substitution reaction. Aryl halides, or we can say haloarenes, nothing but for suppose, okay, I want to give you one example. Benzene, benzene bonded to Br, bromobenzene, chlorobenzene, like that. So aryl halides or haloarenes, they do not undergo Williamson's ether synthesis because of aryl halides are very less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. For suppose I have given here bromobenzene and I have said that here it upon reaction with sodium ethoxide. Bromobenzene on heating with sodium ethoxide, it does not form any product. So simply we have to be say that here no reaction because of aryl halides. They do not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. So Br minus cannot be replaced by ethoxide ion, and here no more Williamson product. Very important fact. Good. And another point I want to tell you. Following combinations does not give, or we can say do not give the ethers. Following combinations do not give ethers. So which type of combinations will never form the ethers as per Williamson's method? Simply I have to consider alkyl halide, and here I am going to take the sodium alkoxide. Alkyl halides on reaction with sodium alkoxide, they are going to form the ether. So in place of R, what we have to consider? Again in place of R, what we have to be considered? First suppose alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide, sodium alkoxide, sodium tertiary alkoxide, and here पर what? Secondary. Here also secondary. Next one is secondary. Again what? Tertiary. And this is tertiary. Again here secondary. Means in place of R we have to be consider tertiary alkyl group. So tertiary alkyl halide on reaction with sodium tertiary alkoxide, it does not form the product. Like that you have to be think. And secondary alkyl halide, it on reaction with sodium secondary alkoxide, it also does not form the ether. Like that manner. So and also in place of R you can write vinyl group, and here also we can write vinyl group, and in place of R you can write aryl group, nothing but benzene group like this, it also no reaction, and here also you can write aryl group, and in place of R you can write very bulky group, neopentyl group, and here also in place of neopentyl group. So this type of combinations, they does not form the ethers, no ether formation. This is very important for you, especially objective exam. So as per Williamson's, okay, now this type of combinations, they won't give the ether formation. Okay, right. On the basis of Williamson ether synthesis, just I want to ask you 4 to 5 questions. Try to say the answers better. Okay, question is number 1. Complete the following equations. Like that I am going to ask you. So the question is CH2 double bond CH. समझ रहे? Again you suppose bonded to CH2. Again you suppose it bonded to I. What is the name of this carbon? Allyl carbon. Allyl iodide. Or we can say one type of primary alkyl halide. It upon reaction with, for suppose, sodium phenoxide, benzene bonded to O, C2H5. So it gives what is the product upon heating. Again same thing, it also follows Williamson's method. Okay, nothing but SN2 mechanism. I minus replaced by phenoxy, and Na combines with I and goes to be removed in the form of what beta? Na I को remove कर दो. Remaining सारे club कीजिए बेटा. What is the product? CH2 double bond CH bonded to CH2. I minus replaced by phenoxyrene, so that is nothing but OC2H5. This is your product beta. So what is the name of this product? Yes, you know this very well beta. This is nothing but allyl group. Yes sir, allyl, and this is phenyl ether. So here also you are getting the product is allyl phenyl ether. Allyl phenyl ether. ऐसे लिखना पड़ेगा. Another question I want to ask you, that is nothing but for suppose bromobenzene, and you suppose it undergo reaction with sodium phenoxide. sodium phenoxide. Not only sodium phenoxide, sodium methoxide, whatever that may be, Nana. Here, so what you want to say? Yes, here we want to say that here no reaction will be takes place because of already I have told you, aryl halides do not undergo Williamson synthesis. Aryl halides or haloarenes do not undergo Williamson synthesis because of haloarenes are less reactive towards NSR. Next question I am going to ask you, beta. Question number 3. Benzene bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to Br. Nothing but what? Benzyl bromide. It upon reaction with sodium epoxide NaOC2H5. Now tell me either this reaction can be proceeds or not. So listen carefully, beta. In example question number 2, I have told you Br bonded to benzene. Nothing but halogen directly connected to benzene. This is haloarene. But in question number 3, halogen was connected to what? CH2. That CH2 was connected to what? Beta, benzene. So here in third example, halogen was not directly connected to benzene. Yes or no? So it is not haloarene. It is an example of what, beta? Aliphatic alkyl halide. So aliphatic alkyl halides, they can be easily undergo Williamson's ether synthesis. Now Na plus combines with Br minus and goes to be eliminated in the form of NaBr. And remaining what will be the product, beta? So benzene group as it is, it was connected to CH2. Br minus nucleophile replaced by ethoxy group OC2H5. So here your final product is ethyl benzyl ether, beta. And last and final question here I am going to ask you. First suppose here I am going to give you CH2 bonded to CH2, again it connected to another CH2 carbon, again यहाँ पर भी another CH2, one of the CH2 connected to OH and another side is connected to Br. Now it upon reaction with sodium, they are going to ask you the question. So here you have to find what will be the final product in this Williamson ether synthesis. So first of all you have to do that. Alcohols on reaction with sodium, they are going to be converted into respective sodium alkoxides. Nothing but which goes to be replaced by Na. Now looking like Williamson method. Again alkyl halide upon reaction with sodium alkoxide. Simply elimination of NaBr will be takes place. Minus NaBr. So remaining in that respective ring, how many carbons are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So nothing but 4-membered ring. I am going to be write all 4 carbons as it is. Such all 4 carbons, remaining left heteroatom is nothing but what, beta? Oxygen. So this is looking like 5-membered cyclic ether, and also we can say that what, beta? Is oxolane is simply we have to say that cyclic ether with 5-membered system. So by using Williamson's ether synthesis, not only open, simple and symmetrical, and also we can prepare cyclic ethers in that manner, beta. These all are objective questions that are very important. Okay? And in tomorrow's class, remaining 2 methods we are going to be discussed. After that, physical and chemical properties. वो भी अपन वहाँ पर शुरू करेंगे, बेटा. Okay? Good.